Welcome to our group call for the 15th of June. And we're going to have a much shorter call this week. And every week I'm trying a new concept out. And that is just to really condense the calls on a Sunday and just cover our results from our previous week, as well as our game plan for the week ahead. And then during the week, release other updates or other videos regarding specific system updates. Just because, we were trying to make sure that your time is valued. You don't spend a lot of time on an unnecessary call. So here we go. Okay, so last week we had our game plan. So we started off pretty well during the week, actually. We ended up having some really good days. And then obviously on Thursday we had, all hell break loose in the world again and causing the markets to be extremely volatile and, quite frankly, manipulated, like very, very heavily manipulated on Thursday and Friday. So we suffered a bit of losses on the Thursday, but then on Friday, actually, we did some optimizations, or I did some optimizations in the back end, and we ended up having a very decent recovery on Friday for the game plan itself. Okay, so that was regarding the results from there. And let's have a look at our member results. So extremely positive results in our members area. We've seen a few members, really take the system to the next level and really use the full extent of the system, including the automated strategies, the different signal charts that we work with, and, displaying extremely, extremely favorable results there. So well done to the members for sharing that. And, no doubt you'll continue succeeding with the system, as you start or as you continue to understand it and, work with it more. Okay. And next, our game plan for the week ahead. So we're going to be sticking with the baseline wick trader strategy. So it's a very, very effective strategy. And a lot of the results that are shared, even from our group members, are using that specific strategy. So it's a very powerful strategy. It's able to be, optimized very effectively in the strategy analyzer. So, that's really helping, deliver consistent results. I'm just going to bring up the game plan. So we've had a few new members join this week also. So I'm going to run through the game plan as we see it. So if I bring up my screen over here, there we go. So our game plan for the week ahead, we're still on the 10th of June assembly, so there's no new update to the actual assembly itself. We're going to still be working on that update on the 10th of June. So for new members especially, please read this document. It's extremely important to, to show you how to set up your workspace or how to set up your game plan for the week ahead. So very important to to read this, because I put a lot of thought and attention into this to make sure that it was delivered as effectively as possible. So, make sure that we close the workspaces, removing the old assembly if you haven't got the 10th of June assembly. And it's very important too to make sure that we do follow this exact method, because this is a tried and true tested method. If you remove the assembly without closing the workspaces and then you reopen NinjaTrader, you've created a huge issue for yourself. It's like, it causes a lot of problems. So, these definitely have been systematically, from years and years and years of experience working with NinjaTrader and all the nuances around it, these are explicitly there to be followed to the T. All right, so once you've got the new assembly in your system, or once you've updated the DTB tools, you've put in all your license keys and all that, then it's about, reading the document, continually reading the document with the screenshots below. So, once you've loaded up your game plan, there's a screenshot over here to show you what the charts will look like. So there's going to be 4 charts this week, and this is the initial setup of the charts. So that's what it will look like once it has done, once it's been completed. So before, obviously, that's what you'll look at the end. But before we actually jump to what it looks like at the end, there's a link over here to say, okay, well, these are the templates we're going to be trading this week. So click on this link, and then that link will take you straight to this document over here. And this is the document where it's going to give you, this is the specific document for the strategy. So that's why I've separated the game plan and the template document, because each strategy has got its own document where templates are going to be saved that are going to be automatically uploaded to your system. So that's why it's important that each strategy has its own document. So just to avoid confusion. So it's starting with the baseline wick trader, and obviously we're using the auto optimize feature this week, which means that settings are going to be automatically pushed to your trading platform, to your strategies. And the templates that we're working with are templates 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is what it looks like. So the first chart is going to be an MNQ chart 30-30 with 7 to 14 days. So we're just loading from the last Sunday. So even the last Sunday is perfect to use. You don't have to use previous days on there. So once you've loaded the days in there, you can actually, and you've activated the strategy, because it specifically says over there we're using this strategy, we're loading this template. So we're going to run through this process in a moment. But this is just to give you an overview of what you're looking at. So once you've done this 3 or 4 times, it becomes so simple and so quick and effective to do. So we'll just look at doing that also. But once you've loaded up your strategy, you can right click on the strategy after you've refreshed the chart, and it'll tell you exactly what the historical performance is of that strategy with those specific settings. Now obviously, as we go throughout the week and there's new settings being pushed to the strategy, you will not see these exact settings because they've been updated, which is not to worry. This is just for the initial setup of the week. So the very first time that you set up before 10 p.m. New York, which is in the next 2 hours. And remember, this strategy is only running from 10 p.m. New York till 8 a.m. So it's running during the much quieter session, supposedly. This is just to trade completely out of the craziness that is the US session. And then, of course, during the US session, you've got your own templates that you can run. You've got your own optimizations that you can run. And, obviously the signal charts, which we covered in extensive detail the previous week and the week before that, that's what you can use for your manual trading as well as controlling your automated strategies. So, one of the powerful things about the signal charts is if you are running automated strategies, you can use your signal chart as a guide to determine your direction of your trade. So if you've got strategies running and the trend is significantly up, or you've got price bouncing with breakout markers or Fibonacci levels, you can selectively choose on your strategy settings, on your buttons, whether you want to go long only, short only, or both. So very, very powerful to use that when you're working, in the US session. So the second chart is an MNQ 2030. That's the historical performance. The third chart is an NQ chart. We're sticking with the NQ, just with the 2020. And that's the historical performance for this. These are not incredible results over here. So I'm going to be experimenting. I'm not really experimenting. I'm going to be working and pushing through settings to the strategy during the session over the week to get more trades on the board, and just do high end optimization on this to get some more trades on the go over here, and make sure that this is a very effective template for the week. Template number 4 is going to be a 2020 MNQ, and that's the historical performance for that. So that's what we're going to run through in a moment. Again, the rest of the charts over here are just for our, they're placeholders for future use. Okay, so once you've understood that document, we're going to actually just run through this over here. So I'm going to go to going to close my because I'm going to close this workspace. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to close NinjaTrader. So I'm going to run through a setup of the game plan for the week ahead. So every beginning of the week, this is how we basically set up the game plan for the week ahead. So what we'll be doing is we'll right click on our script file. We'll go run as administrator. We'll select our account. And I select number 4 over here. And then this, so this script is going to completely flush out NinjaTrader, update all the templates, and get you to re-log into NinjaTrader. So sometimes, and I experienced this with one of the users 2 weeks ago, is when you're running the script, you're updating the system, but before it opens up NinjaTrader, just close the box that opens NinjaTrader and then open up NinjaTrader using the NinjaTrader icon. So that's only if you're experiencing some issues with NinjaTrader having lags or unresponsiveness. I noticed that on one user, that basically happened. Okay, so we've got the new assembly in our system. We don't need to update that. So we're just going to set up the game plan for the week ahead. So this is once you've done the initial steps of just installing or setting up the DTB system, you just go to your workspace and you load game plan for trading week ahead. So all that we're doing is, we're following this document. Okay, so once that loads, it'll take a few minutes just for the data to load on these charts. So we'll give it that. And we'll just monitor, we'll just look at this chart or look at this document while that's busy loading. Okay. And if the members of the DTB system, if you want to provide any feedback specifically on, what can be improved with the setup of the game plan for the week ahead, with the document, every single thing that we have today is going to be improved in the future. And that's my philosophy. And that's with everything in life, really. Every single product, every single service is always going to be improved upon. So if you notice anything or you can think of anything that can be improved here, please let me know. I have gone through it quite extensively, but like I said, everything is going to be improved as we progress. So, yeah, so I'm not seeing any issues with that at the moment. The only thing I'm not seeing over here is the step to load up the workspace. Where is that? Close all workspaces, remove the NinjaScript assembly, accept the pop-ups, trading week ahead, the screenshots below, the strategy load on a chart. Okay, before proceeding, make sure to do this. Use this at the end of the document. Select trade Friday. Yeah, I must have removed that actually. I'm just going to put there. Maybe it is there. I just didn't see it right this moment. Workspace entitled Game Plan for Trading Week. Okay, so that should be that. Just give me 1 second. Okay, awesome. So game plan, I think it was entitled that. Game plan trading week ahead, DTB TT00. Game plan trading week ahead. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so Right, let's just deactivate my camera first. Okay, so we've got the full screen over here. So the first thing we're going to do is we load up your trading chart. So whatever account you're going to be selecting in here. Now, I've only got my kinetic feed loaded, so I'm just going to put my Sim1, Sim2, Sim3, and Sim4. Okay, so those are the accounts over there. So our data series, if you log on there, you'll see this is from the 1st to the 6th. So like I said, you can change this up until the last, 2 Sundays ago. I'm leaving it like this. So whatever it is at the moment is fine. Because whatever I save the game plan workspace is, it's already got the dates in there. So all we're doing over here is we're right-clicking on our chart, going to our strategies. We're going to our baseline wick trader strategy. We're going to go template, load, template 1, load, have everything in there. All that we're doing now is we're selecting our specific trading account, enable, apply, OK. As soon as that activates, just F5 the chart and F5 and refresh. So that'll just make sure that all the settings are refreshed. Second chart, we're going to go strategies. We're going to go baseline wick trader. We're going to go template load. And we're going to go number 2, exactly as it appears on the document. Selecting our trading account, enable, apply, OK, and refresh. Template number 3, strategies. Template 3, strategy, baseline wick trader, template load, and load number 3, load, selecting our trading account, enable, apply, OK, F5, enter. Right click on the chart, strategies, baseline wick trader, template load, for load, account, enable, apply, OK, refresh. So as you can see, it's a very systematic, precise, follow the exact same procedure every single damn time you do it. You want to be extremely consistent with this so that it doesn't you don't miss anything. And the sequence that we did it now was just perfect as well. Okay, so once you've done that, you can bring up your game plan document, and there's the screenshot of the chart. So you can compare your screenshot. This helps if you go on another screen too. You can compare your screenshot, your settings, your initial settings to this, which is all matching nicely. If I bring this across, you will see that this side is matching this side over here for 180.60 to 54.0. So all those values are matching nicely. So once you've done that, you know obviously that your game plan is set up correctly for the week ahead. And then, you don't necessarily have to touch this chart or touch this workspace for the rest of the week. So if you're only planning on trading the game plan, you don't have to restart NinjaTrader every day. You don't have to reset NinjaTrader every day. You can actually let it run throughout the week. If you are documenting your results, which I definitely encourage you to do, after screenshotting your results, because obviously you can look at your account, strategy, performance, and then you will go real time after there's been trades for the day. But, say for example, this was the real time performance. All you'll be doing is you'll be, taking your trades like this. You'll be documenting them, making sure that we can see the strategy like this. You don't have to show your trading account. If it's your own personal account, you can hide that a little bit, especially the names and stuff. But then take a screenshot of this, post it in our Discord group just for the results of that specific trading day. And then after you've posted the results, you can F5 the chart and reset it. And the benefit with that is it's telling us at the bottom of the strategy here, and we'll look at this one over here. It's telling us at the bottom of the strategy, how much the strategy has profit or loss since it was activated or since it was last refreshed. So, that's a good overall picture of being able to see, what the strategy has done in real time. And another cool thing too is you'll notice we've got our pause and resume all linked over here. So at any one time, if you want to have all of your strategies stop trading, all you have to do is you can go pause all linked. And when you click on the pause all linked, on the one of them, and just check if I've got them all, I do have them linked. Then that will basically pause all the strategies on your trading account. So that pause all linked, you'll see it's got resume all linked and pause all linked. So as soon as you click on the pause all linked, you'll see that this says paused. So all the strategies will say paused over there, you see? So that's paused, that's paused, that's paused. And on any of these strategies, if I click on resume all linked, then all the pause buttons will go gray. You see? So all of these strategies are linked. So, we chose that in the settings, so the benefit with this is, if you are watching your charts and you're happy with your results for the trading day, you can say, you know what, I'm happy with all the results. I'm going to pause all my strategies for the trading day. And what will happen is automatically on the next trading day, it will unpause and it will take the new settings for the day. So at any stage, you can pause all of them, but also what you can do is if you don't want to pause all the strategies, you can actually just pause individual strategy. So like, for example, I paused that strategy, but all the other strategies are still running. So you can selectively pause individual strategies, or you can pause the collective strategies. And that's all because we've used a tick box inside the strategy settings over here called pause, resume, all linked strategies. So a very cool feature. All right, so that's basically our game plan for the week ahead. So please review obviously this. If you want to run the game plan, we are going to hopefully have a very successful week with that. But what I would also like for you guys to do is review our baseline week trader chat, because this is where a few of the members are posting their own specific templates. So Bruce has done exceptionally well with this, really understanding the optimization process. He's doing it very thoroughly. He's doing a lot of high-end optimization in here. So these templates are being put over here, which you can download yourself and you can run them yourself. So feel free to run these on other charts that you have outside of the game plan. If you want to run them with the game plan chart, obviously you can't restart the trading platform every day with a script, but say for example you wanted to run that MES template, you can obviously go to new chart like this, and you can select MES, whatever the details were on that chart. I'm not sure what they were, but I'm just going to put 10, and I'm going to just put 1 as an example over here. But copy whatever that template is, and then you can run this, and you can run that. And if you really wanted to, you could save that workspace. You can save it as something else, like game plan trading week my option. And then even if you do run the script again, it won't overwrite your specific workspace. So you can run the game plan templates, and then you can choose to run any of those, templates that are also inside the, the baseline week trader chat. And that way you're not going to have any conflicting. So make sure you're not going to run, the same. Make sure you're not going to run different strategies on the same trading account. If it's the same contract. Obviously, you can run, different instruments on the same account, which will be fine. So that's just an option, to run the game plan as well as other independent charts, which, is definitely a good idea, especially since, a lot of time and effort has been put into, these different templates provided over here, and they actually look pretty awesome. So, definitely see what you guys can do there, and obviously provide feedback on them too. I'm sure Bruce will also appreciate you guys, collaborating in that regard. Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much. That's basically all I wanted to cover for this call. So nice and short, under 30 minutes. It was just basically showing the results from last week, setting up the game plan for the week ahead, and a few little extras are relating to the strategy itself. So still very helpful to members and also new members to get an understanding of what an incredible system of tools that we have over here. Thanks, guys. Have a fantastic week. And as soon as I release updates to any of the tools, I'm going to create a new video for that specifically and, release that on the channel. I'm working on the baseline wick trader continuous strategy, which is an absolutely incredibly powerful setup that I've been working on for a while, which basically, segments the trading day into different sessions and trades each session as if it was its own trading day. Because obviously during the trading day, we've got all different volatility periods. So this continuous baseline wick trader strategy optimized for different sessions throughout the day is absolutely phenomenal. And I can't wait to have that out to you guys. Thanks, guys. Have a fantastic week. And please keep posting those results, okay? Cheers.